I'm here. I didn't said I'm back because well, actually I can speak. Yeah, I didn't say that I was back because this channel has like literally 5 subs or something. I don't know. Last time I checked. I we don't know how long it took me to record this video because I can't speak inside my home because there's other people in my home that I know. Sadly, yes, I'm trying to open the script to my video. Yes, I wrote a script. Let's say. Yeah, I don't know the name of this video right now, but I write a joke here. I'm going to read that out. I was originally going to name this video how to build your own blog server, but I was definitely by my narcissistic ego and probably named something more narcissistic, I guess. I don't know. So here's my impression of Ace Rolla. Hi. So yesterday I was yapping in my Discord server after I realized I had things to do. I need to make my own blog server for a long time, but I don't wanna fucking write a whole text of file so to say I'm doing nothing. So I thought it'd be cool if I could keep my yapping but do it in the blog server. Yes. So far, these are the things that we want to accomplish. First, it needs to be cheap because paying for a blog server is already stupid enough, so not paying for it. Second, it needs to be hosted on cloud because I want to access from anywhere, and yep, because if I want to prefer it from my home, it would be bad. And so, third, but most important is it needs to be mine because it's mine. I will write it. It's mine. Okay. Yes, this is all of the things that we want to do. How are we going to do it? With Java. Hopefully my sound is better right now because it's pretty bad. I don't know. What is Java? Java is the best programming language out there with OOP, object oriented best. Some microsystems is good. Also, it's a good language. So, I think that's enough goofing around and I will be explaining everything. I drew this overlook of the things to make it more presentable and hopefully you don't get bored. Let's start with our class over here. It's one of DigitalOcean's. It has 500 megabyte memory and 10 gigs of disk space. It costs $4 per month, is the cheapest one I could find. And this 500 megabyte of memory is the reason we are using my own Java server is just pure Java and it can run on low memory, it doesn't require more resources. And here is the source code for it. I will be putting this repo in the description. We can look it, you can copy it, git clone it, fork it, contribute it. I will be appreciated. And here we have our HTML and CSS, which is basically the front page of our site to make it more presentable again. And this is everything we have so far in our class server. In our client side, we in my case it's Firefox, but it doesn't matter. I just brought something here. And let's start with our Java server and what it does basically. It's responsible for sending the client the HTML and CSS files, which it does in a way that we can add our new messages here. I will explain it. Or we have three HTML files here, two HTML files. The reason we split it up is two of them are static anyway, so they don't change. Headers and footers are static and they don't change, they never change, so those stay. same, and we have a third file here, middle dot html file. This is the file that will be acting as a database and the one we will be writing our messages to. We don't have a database, so writing directly in this file is cheaper, more. So what our Java server does is it takes three of those files. Here is more readable code, so I will be explaining here. It just connects them together and converts to the bytes. The reason we are converted into bytes is about the HTTP server class, which it does most of the work here. It's a default class of the Java and it helps a lot here. And here we just basically we put them together, send our response headers here. I will be showing with the network debugger, and send it as byte arrays of ASCII numbers and send it to the client. See, I will demonstrate it in the network debugger here. I can rush page, and as you can see here, we have three get requests. Two of them succeed and one failed. This is for the icon. I don't want to have an icon, so I didn't implement that. Here is our first get request. As you can see, it has nothing on front of it because this is the get request for the page, and there's nothing. This will return, or like I said, three HTML files combined together, and in those HTML files, let me show you, we have a link for the CSS file here, and that's why our client goes and creates another get request to ask for the index.css file, and our server catches that with basic if-else statements. There's probably a better way to do it, but I implemented using if-else statements here. We can see here if-else basic things. So it checks if it's the index file or HTML file, and it sends the correct file, and that's basically it for the normal page. This page is pretty static and doesn't have anything to it, so but most of the things is going in the login page. We can log in through the URL. I didn't add another page for login. I think this is way much cooler. So after we log in, we have access to this text box. We can send a message through it, and it will create a post request, as you can see here. What this post request does is it sends the message that I wrote to the server, which contains other things like the password I used here. We send password to every message again to make sure that we are logged in and it's not someone else. The server checks through the post request protocol that it is the correct password. It's somewhere here. See, it checks for the password here is string. It checks for that, and if that's the correct thing, yeah, we do a couple of things here to write the message into the middle.html file. I'll be explaining those. So after the post request is taken by the server, it in a URL encoded format, which is still readable, but we don't prefer it because it has like plus and divide signs. I can't show it to you right now, and we don't prefer that, so we go and URL decode that here in this line. We convert it back to UTF-8, and it's in the readable format now. And before that, I believe I can find it. Yes, here as you can see, we add our divs. We add these two strings before and after to wrap it around this div class of about HTML. So it's the reason our messages look in this square box. Without those divs, it will just look like text file and nothing fancy. And that's responsible for this design. I showed to most people, they didn't like it, but I absolutely like this design. It's good, it's simple. I try to make it like old websites and IRC chats, but this timestamps. It's quite good. I like it. So after we write it and this, we will just get that and directly append into our middle.html file and send our client a 302 header code, which is to redirect user to another page, which in this case is the same page, and in this method refresh page is to refresh the page because for some reason after the user creates a post request it doesn't create another get request and it gets stuck and we get dropped off the server. We don't want that, so we manually create another TCP packet and send it to our client for our HTML and CSS file, and it will give the client again the our page. Nothing much there. It also prevents our user from refreshing the page itself, and if it does that, it sends the same message again. It's a bug, not important anymore. It's gone, and that's pretty much it. If you missed anything here, go ahead, create an issue here or something. Go start it. I would appreciate that here. I didn't use any JavaScript in this project. I don't like JavaScript personally, so I used once here. I need to show you that. It's to pull this thing slider up to the bottom because in default HTML it's up here, so I added a script in the HTML file itself. I think we can find it in here directly. Yes, this script is responsible for pulling the scroller all the way back down. That's only JS we used here, so I couldn't do it without that one. That was a necessity, so yeah, that's it. You can find this GitHub page under description or something. It has, I didn't create a documentation, which not real necessary in this case. The running version of the site is here, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yes, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything much to say, and it's not entertaining anymore, isn't it? Got no more jokes. Here a pencil. Good one, right? So yeah. Check my pencil. It's good. It doesn't focus. Whatever. Yeah, like the video, even if you don't like it. That's it.